was braver when I was a kid. You'd be like an accomplice.
Orphaned and deaf-mute Dot is sent to live with her godparents Paul and Olivia and their teenage daughter Nina after her deaf father accidentally passes away. Prior to Dot's hearing loss due to a medical ailment, she and Nina had been childhood friends. Dot is frequently insulted by the distant Nina, who dislikes her presence in the house.
Come on, we've been waiting for you. Let's go! Fuck!
Dot notices that Olivia, an unfulfilled interior designer who was close to Dot's mother, is addicted to prescription drugs and is an alcoholic. On her way back to her bedroom late one evening, Dot notices Paul and Nina making out in Nina's bedroom without her knowledge. As it turns out, Nina and Paul have been in an incest relationship for years, and Nina uses this as leverage to get what she wants from her father. Dot is an outsider at school, but Connor, a basketball player, shows interest in her, much to the dismay of Michelle, Nina's friend, who is after him. Nina hears Dot playing Beethoven on the family piano one afternoon when she gets home early from cheerleading practice. Nina hears Dot curse aloud as one of the strings breaks, and then she harmonizes verbally with the strings while she tunes them. Nina keeps this from Dot even though she knows she is neither deaf or mute. The following day at lunch, Nina tells Dot by revealing her hatred for her father and outlining her plot to kill him while pretending she can't hear. Connor, who can lip read, goes on a date with Dot that night. When Dot comes home, she finds Paul and Nina sharing a bed. She interrupts them by purposely shattering a vase in the hallway. Nina understands that the gesture represents Dot's support for her. Later, as Nina sobs herself to sleep in her bedroom, Dot consoles her. After a basketball game the next evening, Connor tells Dot a lot of personal secrets. As Dot seems to be so curious on what it feels to make out with a guy, she then allowed Connor to have sex with her. As she irons her cheerleading uniform, Nina's father pays her a visit in her bedroom after she gets home from the game. Nina gathers the strength to carry out the murder after telling him to close his eyes and that she has a secret to reveal. She then approaches him and wants to burn his face with a hot iron, but is stopped when Dot gets home. Instead of using the iron, Nina tells her father she is pregnant and she needs $1,000 for an abortion. The following day, he promised to give Nina the money. The next evening, Nina and Dot get ready to go to the school's spring ball. While preparing, Nina informs Dot that she will murder Paul that evening and flee with the money he is sending for her for the abortion. As she explains, she plans to work as a stripper because she thinks she may become well known like the singer-actress Courtney Love.
Dot, you can't go to the dance like this. You look like you should be pumping gas. What about Connor? He's totally hot for you.
Holt finds tampons in Nina's purse and confronts her before the girls leave for the dance, accusing her of lying about the pregnancy. Dot hears the argument when she is downstairs playing to Moonlight Sonata after the altercation turns violent and Paul tries to rape Nina. Dot defends Nina by strangling Paul to death with the piano wire. Olivia then discovers the scene, stunned to learn that Dot can hear, but undisturbed by her husband's lifeless body. Michelle shows up at the house to get Dot and Nina. The two hastily change out of their blood-soaked clothing and went out, leaving Olivia with Paul's dead body. When Dot tells Connor that she can hear and speak during the dance, he becomes enraged and just left. After the dance, Nina and Dot head to a riverbed in the woods, where they bury a rucksack that contains their clothes that are soaked with blood. Why did Dot claim to be deaf-mute? Nina asked. Dot explains that she stopped talking and started using sign language exclusively after her mother passed away when she was still a child, because it helped her feel closer to her father. The girls find Olivia turning herself in for Paul's murder and police cars outside the house when they get home. Olivia tells her daughter that she is sorry for letting Paul's sexual assault of Nina go unpunished. Freed from their separate fathers, Nina and Dot sit together and play the piano the next morning.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.